Yeah, back again, guys, with another UFC Fight Picks video. Been a while. I mean, there's been no UFC cards for pretty much a month, so obviously that's why I haven't made no videos on any UFC related subjects, because as you guys already know, I try to do the UFC Fight Picks videos every single time there's a UFC card. So yeah, there's been no cards. So yeah, back again here with another UFC card. And this time we got the UFC Fight Night card, Volkov versus Struve. Not the biggest names here, but it's a UFC card, and for those of us who like MMA and obviously watch the UFC and whatnot, it's gonna be a good night of fights. So let's go ahead and take a look at the card, guys. And I didn't overstudy the fights, so I'm just gonna kind of give you guys my picks and maybe give you guys a little bit of analysis to go with it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. And yeah, so first fight of the night, we got Thibault Gotti versus Andrew Holbrook. So Gotti, this guy's on a 3-fight losing streak. He's lost all his fights in the UFC. He's actually got finished in all his fights, so I don't know why he's still in the UFC. But apparently they like this guy or something, because like I said, 3-fight losing streak, hasn't won in the UFC, and he has been finished in all of his fights. So yeah, that guy's not doing too good, right? And now he's fighting Andrew Holbrook, who pretty much, this guy gets KO'd when he loses. So either Thibault Gotti here lands a good shot and knocks Holbrook out, or Holbrook would just beat Gotti up for 3 rounds and win by decision, or maybe even possibly a submission, because Gotti here gets tapped out a couple times also. But let me go ahead and open up the pages here just to give you guys some quick info on them. So yeah, so here's Gotti's page. Striking, mental game, intelligence. Like I said, 3-fight losing streak. He got knocked out in his last fight against Laprise. That was, yeah, a while back already, man. A year and a couple months ago, or actually like a year and a month, whatever, year and a week. Pretty much it's been a year since the last fight. Yeah, he got knocked out in that first round. So pretty much he took a long layoff here, man, like a year-long layoff. I don't know if he wanted to recover, or maybe he's working on stuff, whatever. But yeah, he's been gone for a year. Anyways, and he also lost to Olivier Aubin-Mercier, but that guy's kind of like a GSP, big guy, strong guy, good wrestling. Didn't do too bad in that fight, but he still ended up getting tapped out in the 3rd round. And before that, he lost to some guy named Teemu Packlin and got tapped out in that fight in the 1st round. So that's some info on Gotti. So we got Holbrook here, 12-2 record. Wrestling and boxing is his style. Last fight, gets knocked out in the 1st round. Before that, he wins a split decision win against Jake Matthews, which is actually that's a really big win. Matthews, was kind of like a prospect here and there. They don't really talk about him as much anymore. But either way, he got a split decision win against him. So that's obviously a good thing there. Before that, he gets knocked out again, this time by Joaquim Silva, and then he wins against Ramsey Nijem, split decision also. So this guy's winning close fights pretty much, split decision wins, and he's been getting knocked out in his losses both times in the 1st round. So this is a fight where potentially, like I said, Gotti here could knock him out in the 1st round, knock him out early, or Holbrook would just take control of the fight, maybe even just win by split decision, or like I said, maybe will work for some sort of submission, because he does have some submissions on his record. He has 3 guillotines, a Bravo, armbar, rear naked choke, and an undisclosed choke. So we know he could get a finish on the ground. And like I said, Gotti here in his UFC career got twice finished on the ground. So it's possible. But yeah, I'm going to give you guys my pick here. I'm going to go ahead and pick Andrew Holbrook. Not really a fan of either of these guys, but if I had to pick someone, I'd have to be Holbrook. But I would probably pass on this fight. It's pretty risky. But anyways, I'm picking Holbrook, and I'm gonna say he probably wins by decision. All right, next fight, guys, we got Bojan Mihavlik versus Abdulkarim Edilov. Anyways, pretty quick pick here, guys. I'm picking Edilov. This guy's a huge favorite. Let's just look at the odds here. They don't even show his negative, but look at Mihavlik here, or Bojan. That was plus 475. So Abdul here must be like negative 500 something or something like that. But yeah, he's a huge favorite for a reason. Tons of finishes on his record. He pretty much almost more than likely finishes the fight. So he's a potent finisher. And Bojan here, this guy's kind of just a bum. I don't know why he's still in the UFC. Yeah, he's very average. Probably actually really below average. Not really impressive. I'd say Abdul here pretty much just smashes him. Seems to be pretty relentless. And yeah, I expect Edilov to probably get a finish here. So I'm going to say Edilov, second round knockout. Next fight, Mag Santiago versus Zabit Magomed Sharipov. So yeah, I'm picking the Russian again on this one. I'm picking Zabit here. Yeah, this guy's pretty good also, same as the other Russian guy. Let's go ahead and open up his page here. We got wrestling and wushu in the background. 6 wins by KO, 4 by submission. He has 2 guillotines, a triangle, and a rear naked choke. 8-5 win streak. Finished last 6 wins, 4 first round finishes. To me, that guy or this guy right here actually seems pretty patient, has power, seems to be solid everywhere. Mike Santiago, that guy, kind of packs some power, but not a lot. He's coming off a first round KO win against some guy from the Dana show, the Tuesday Fight Night Contender show or whatever. Yeah, he beat some guy up in the first round. He is on a long ass win streak, but I think the Russian here more than likely wins this fight, potentially getting like a late finish. So I'm gonna say Zabit here wins by, I'm gonna go ahead and say, third round knockout. Next fight, we got Francimar Barroso versus Alexander Rakic. So yeah, it's pretty another quick pick here, guys. I'm picking Alexander Rakic. So this guy's making his UFC debut, but I just don't really like Barroso's style, man. This guy is like very average. Like, he doesn't really impress me at all. He actually won his last fight against Darren Stewart, but yeah, this guy's not really too impressive. He's very low volume. Does have like actually in his last fight he did land like 7 takedowns, but let me see who he fought. He has a BJJ black belt and something. Does he have a BJJ or a kickboxing black belt too, or what was that? Let me go back. So this guy has a BJJ black belt and a kickboxing black belt. To me, he's not really just impressive at all. Like, in any area, he's just kind of average. Does have some KOs on his record, but in the UFC, as you could see, I mean, he's not really finishing guys. He's winning by decision. It's not impressive. He's not looking good. This Alexander Rakic guy, though, however, first of all, he's pretty big, 6'5", long reach, 8-1 record, striking, grappling, cardio is his style or his background. Yeah, so it says right here, lost pro debut, 8-0 since, 7 wins by KO. He has 1 win by submission, a north-south choke, and has finished all wins, has never gone the distance, and he has 6 first-round finishes. So yeah, I was the Austrian state champion at kickboxing, and he says I will be UFC light heavyweight champion. So yeah, this guy's very confident also, so that's another good thing. He's confident, and he got skills, man. He got lots of knockouts. He's a good striker, like I said. Has that striking background. Yeah, I can't see Barroso really stopping him unless maybe he gets like he does a wrestling heavy type of game plan. But I don't see it happening, so I'm picking Alexander Rakic here. I think he gets a finish. He's going to be too explosive. He's going to be too good on the feet. And yeah, fuck it. I'm picking Rakic here, man. I don't really like Barroso's style, guys. So yeah, it was pretty easy to pick against him here, even though he is the UFC guy and Rakic is making his debut. So yeah, I'm saying Rakic wins probably by second round knockout. Alright, so let's continue on here. So we got the next fight, Rustam Khabilov versus Desmond Green. Kind of another quick pick here, guys. I'm picking Khabilov. First of all, this guy, he only really loses to high-level competition. Desmond Green here, still very new to the UFC. He seems to be a very good wrestler, but so is Khabilov. His striking, he's not a better striker than Khabilov. Khabilov's the better striker here. Even though he doesn't land as much output, he is still the better striker. So the only way Desmond Green wins this fight is pretty much if he just outpoints and outstrikes Khabib on the feet, pretty much by just throwing more volume than him. But I don't really see it happening. I see Khabib here eventually getting a takedown, even though Desmond Green is a really good wrestler. I see eventually Khabib getting at least 1 or 2 takedowns, doing some damage from the top. If not, he'll probably work his stand-up on the feet, you know, throw those spinning back kicks, you know, throw that Russian style that he likes doing. Yeah, Khabib's a beast, but he just, like, you know, he just likes to kind of play it safe most of the time when he fights. But he got the skills. It's all there. Just got to, you know, pretty much just use his skills. Like I said, he's the better striker, better multi, and should be better here pretty much all around. So I like Khabib. He's not a finisher, though, lately. So I got to say, more than likely he wins by decision. So next fight, Michel Perez versus Mads Bernal. So 2 jiu-jitsu guys here. Perez here more of a takedown heavy guy, obviously having that stocky build. Mads Bernal, pretty good record, 8-1, making his UFC debut. Obviously everybody is going to be picking Perez here on this one, seeing as he is a big favorite. Negative 320 there, and it makes sense. I mean, he's fought way better competition. Yeah. Sorry about that. But yeah, anyways, so let's go on to Mads Bernal anyway. So yeah, this guy has 5 wins by submission, 2 Japanese neckties, an armbar, Bravo choke, and an anaconda choke, 5 first-round finishes, 3-5 win streak. IB, JJF, European OGI champion, 1-0 in pro boxing, BJJ black belt. So obviously we got 2 high-level grapplers. So this fight should play out on the feet, and I'm actually going to give the advantage to Mads Bernal here on the feet. First of all, he's a little bit longer, 5'9", he's taller, and from what I've seen from him, I mean, he does, like I said, I mean, just look at his summary here: boxing, grappling, wrestling. He does have the better striking here, the better boxing. So I do give Mads Bernal the advantage on the feet. Obviously, Perez here is going to be way more better on the ground with his takedown game, but I'm not too sure if Bernal has anything really off his back. I mean, his submission wins, I don't see any triangles. Does have 1 armbar finish, but I mean, it doesn't seem like he'd be a guy to really attack too much off his back. And if Perez, gets him on his back, it's going to be hard for him to, do anything off his back, pretty much. So it's kind of like a back and forth type of thing. But like I was saying earlier, Perez has fought way better competition, so he's probably more of a safe pick here. But say on DraftKings, I think Bernal here could be worth a shot. But I mean, ultimately, if I'm gonna give you guys a pick here, I'm still, you know what? Fuck it. I'm still gonna pick Mads Bernal, guys. I'm gonna pick Mads Bernal because I think his stand-up here will be better. I think him having that BJJ black belt will probably help him here to keep the fight more on the feet. It kind of depends on how Perez, feels him out on the ground. If he feels strong, then the fight's gonna have to be on the feet, because obviously Perez doesn't want to get tapped out either. So yeah, if it stays on the feet, I give Bernal the advantage, and I think potentially he can win the fight there. So I'm picking Bernal. I think it's gonna be, I mean, it's kind of a long shot pick here, guys, obviously, but I think if he wins, it's going to be probably more than likely by decision. So I'm going to go ahead and just say it's going to be my underdog pick, Bernal by decision. Next fight, Marbek Taisumov versus Felipe Silva. Another fight where I'm actually going to pick the underdog here in. Obviously, Taisumov is just a beast. But I'm going to pick Felipe Silva, guys. First of all, I mean, he's a striker, same as Taisumov. Both these guys are strikers. It's going to be a good stand-up fight. Silva does have the reach advantage. He's bigger. He is a bit more wild, but, he has really good multi, good kicks, excellent power, as he's shown in his last fight against Shane Campbell. He knocked him out in the first round. Taisumov is more of the sharper striker, probably more technical, lands those spinning back kicks to the body, good body shots. He's a beast, but, I'm going to go and pick the underdog on this one. I'm going to play Felipe Silva and Mads Bernal. Oh, look at they put him a picture on here now. Looks like they updated the pictures real quick. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Silva and Mads Bernal on DraftKings, so might as well just fucking pick him as my picks on here. So yeah, I think Silva got a good shot. He has power. He's undefeated for a reason. If he stays on the feet, he always has a chance to win as long as the fight stays on the feet. Obviously, if he gets KO'd, well, fuck it, you know, it happens, and Tyson Mov's a beast. Marbik is the more well-rounded guy. He does have takedowns here on his stats and stuff, so that's obviously kind of a worry, but fuck it. I think Silva here, being at that you know, at that cheap price, that good value on DraftKings, is pretty much what's really persuading me to, you know, to pick him here in this matchup. So anyways, I'm picking Silva, and more than likely he wins. He's gonna win by KO. So Felipe Silva, second round knockout. All right, now for the featured fight on the Fight Pass prelims, Darren Till versus Bojan Velovkic. So I'm picking Darren Till on this one. This guy's confident, excellent striking, good takedown defense, looked good in his last fight. Bojan just doesn't really impress me too much. I think he's coming off a good performance though. Let me just check his record here real quick. But Bojan, he's kind of just one of those guys, kind of average, not too impressive to be honest. Yeah, he actually got a third round KO win against Nico Musoke. Nico, I think, was actually winning that fight until he actually got caught. So yeah, I mean, he was pretty much losing that fight, and then he catches him, he hurts him, and well, that's pretty much it. Anyways, yeah, I'm not too impressed with Bojan. Oh shit, I clicked it again. Okay, here we go. Alright, anyways. So yeah, I'm not too impressed with Bojan, so that's also a big plus. So I'm picking Darren Till. I'm sold on this guy. 14-0. Like I said, excellent striking. He's going to be the better striker here. What worries me sometimes is that he doesn't have a high output. So that's a worry there, but he has good power. Like I said, good takedown defense. And I think more than likely, I mean, it seems like he has the power to finish, but sometimes he'll just outstrike you. You know, just beat you with his technique, and he won't get the finish. But he could get a knockout here. You never know. But I'm going to go and say Till gets maybe a late knockout. So Till, third round knockout. Alright, next fight, guys. We're on to the main card. Leon Edwards versus Bryan Barbarina. Should be a fun fight, but I'm leaning towards Leon Edwards. He's just more well-rounded. Actually has takedowns in his game and submissions. Just a more well-rounded fighter here. Also having excellent striking himself. He's also, you know, the more technical striker. So pretty much he's kind of better all around. Barbarina has, you know, toughness. Also has some good power. Has really good striking output. But he has poor takedown defense. And that, you know, that's gonna hurt him when it comes to Leon Edwards here. Since Leon Edwards here is the bigger guy. Their height looked the same, but when I was watching the weigh-ins, Edwards looked at least 2 inches taller than him. Edwards is also a little bit longer, 2-inch reach advantage. So yeah, I think Edwards here, if he's having trouble on the feet, then he's gonna go for that takedown. If he gets Barbarina on the ground, Barbarina's just, you know, he's gonna keep trying to get back up, but Edwards maybe eventually either gets a submission or maybe just keeps, you know, just keeps him on the ground, lands some good shots, whatever. He gets back up and then maybe he takes him down again or something like that. But you know, I see Edwards here pretty much just winning the fight. Like I said, he's also the sharper striker, sharper boxer. So yeah, it's hard to pick Barbarina here in this matchup. So I'm picking Leon Edwards, and more than likely he's probably gonna win. I'm gonna say by decision. Next fight, Marion Reneau versus Talita Bernardo. So we got a newcomer here in the UFC. Bernardo making her UFC debut, coming in short notice against Marion Reneau, who's an established name in the bantamweight division. She was supposed to fight Jermaine Durandamy. Fight didn't happen or whatever. So yeah, anyways, we got two grapplers. Reneau has also some really good multi-striking. Bernardo's more of a grappler, you know, pretty strong. I thought she was actually bigger than her, but it looks like she's actually 5 inches shorter than Reneau according to the stats here. I'm not too sure if that's accurate there. 5'3"? I don't know. To me, it looked like she looked a little bit bigger. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. But anyway, she has a BJJ black belt, well, she's ranked multi-red Krang. 1-0 amateur May. 4 wins by submission, a 2 armbars and a rear naked chokes. But yeah, she's more of a ground specialist. You know, she has good takedowns, and when she has you on the ground with her top game, she'll do some ground and pound, and she'll work for some sort of submission. That's pretty much been Talita's game. Reneau, you know, her game kind of, she also likes going to the ground also, but she has also some good stand up on the feet. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Reneau here is gonna have the edge on the feet. As far as the ground, could be kind of closer here. Should be a good fight. Obviously, Reneau is a big favorite for a reason, being in the UFC, not having to come in short notice. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to pick Reneau here, but I see some value on Bernardo on DraftKings. But you know what? I'm gonna say fuck it. I'll pick Reneau on this one, guys. I think more likely she wins the fight. She'll probably just win by decision. Probably just beat up Talita on the feet. Maybe if she gets on the ground, that could be, you know, that could give her some trouble, since Talita is also really good on the ground. That's if Reneau is on her back. So, you know, she could have some problems on her back, but at the same time, you know, Reneau also has some good submission skills off her back. So I just see Reneau, her stand-up being too much, and her just outpointing Talita on the feet, and more likely just winning by decision. So Reneau by decision is my pick, but I will be playing Talita on DraftKings because she's very cheap, and you never know. What if she is able to hold Reneau down? Maybe even get a submission on her, a quick finish, you never know. Or maybe just does some good damage while Reneau's on her back. I mean, we haven't seen Reneau on her back in, I don't know if ever, but I think Talita here could test that, you know, that takedown defense and that grappling right there on the ground. So that's a reason why I think Bernardo could be a good play on DraftKings, plus good value. But anyways, next fight here, co-main event, we got Siyar Bahadurzada versus Rob Wilkinson. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Siyar on this one, guys. I mean, this fight's another one of those fights where it's kind of like back and forth, kind of like the Goldie Halbrook fight. But I'm picking Siyar. He has huge power in his hands. He is coming off a long ass layoff, but I just don't know too much about this Rob Wilkinson guy. He is 11-0. Seems to be pretty fucking big. 3-inch height advantage, 8-inch reach advantage. That's gonna be pretty huge. But I was watching some highlights on YouTube or whatever. His summary is listed as ground and pound. Pretty much he tries to take the fight down to the ground, land some good shots, you know, stops the fight with the ground and pound, or maybe even work for some sort of submission. But yeah, I don't really see it. I don't really see that happening. Siyar seems to have some decent takedown defense, and he has really good power on the feet. And I think Siyar will also have the better stand-up. So I'm picking Siyar on this one. I think more than likely he's gonna get a second round KO. Alright, now we're on to the main event, guys. Let me drink some water here real quick. Alright, so main event, we got Alexander Volkov versus Stefan Struve. 2 top 10 heavyweights in the UFC division. 2 good strikers. Struve having more of also a submission game also. Volkov's just primarily more of a striker type of guy. So yeah, I like this fight. Should be a good fight, guys. But as a quick pick, I'm picking Volkov here on this one. First of all, I just think he's the better striker. He's the better striker, has more power, has good slash decent takedown defense. So it's going to be hard for Struve to actually get him down on the ground. On the feet, I mean, the reach advantage also isn't that far off. Struve is usually used to being the way bigger guy, but this time it's only like a 4-inch reach advantage. Volkov's 6'7", so like I said, you know, they're almost kind of like they're a lot closer in size than Struve is usually compared to other opponents. Like let's say Struve and Mark Hunt, or Struve and his last opponent. I forgot who it was. Oh yeah, Daniel Amilenchuk or whatever. He was like pretty much a whole fucking foot taller than him. But yeah, pretty much the size advantage here is gonna be pretty much negated here, since Volkov is pretty big himself. So I don't see a big advantage for Struve here on the feet. He does have an advantage on the ground, but I think it's going to be too hard for him to get Volkov on the ground. And like I said, Volkov has proven to have good takedown defense, has been defends the takedowns well against the cage, as we saw in his fights against Roy Nelson and Timothy Johnson, who's a really good wrestler. And as we know, Big Country or Roy Nelson does have really good jiu-jitsu and can also take you down. But Volkov here was able to show really good takedown defense in those fights. And yeah, he's just the better striker here. So I like Volkov, and I think more than likely he's going to get finished in this fight. Probably like in the second round, guys. So I'm going to pick Volkov, second round knockout. Just see him just outstriking Struve on the feet. Struve not able to take him down. Volkov eventually lands those shots, hurts him, stops him in the second round. Because Volkov does got good power, and he's a good finisher. So yeah, Volkov, second round knockout. Alright guys, so that's it for the picks. Sorry if I'm a bit rusty. Like I said, it's been pretty much a fucking month since the last UFC card or whatever. And you know, I don't have this shit written down or anything like that. This is all, you know, just at the top of my head, so it's not rehearsed or anything like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys, you know, enjoyed the picks or whatever. Let me know what you guys think about the picks. So let me give you guys my most confident pick. Most confident pick would be the Bojan fight here. Edilov, more than likely this guy's 100% going to win the fight. Huge favorite. Bojan's a bum, and that's pretty much my most confident pick. The least confident pick that I gave out here would be obviously Mads Bernal, or actually Felipe de Silva. Actually, let's say both of them. These are underdog plays. If I had to give someone here a more of an edge, I'd have to say, I don't know. They're both kind of even. They both have their ups and downs, so you know, it's kind of hard to decide there. But you know, both these guys, whatever. Biggest or least confident picks would be both of these guys, Bernal and Felipe Silva. But both of them got a shot. Silva got the KO power. Bernal got the stand-up advantage. So we'll see how the fight plays out. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. I'm going to obviously be doing these videos every time there's a UFC card. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe. Post comments or whatever. And yeah, that's going to be it. So thanks, guys, for watching the video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.